audience that. Shh. Welcome. Finally got that dog farming. I actually have guests in this episode. Yay! I have friends.
I too have friends now.
That's debatable.
God damn it.
I'm debatably more happy than you in this situation.
Ooh. Awkward silence starts to intensify.
My audience is used to that.
Oof.
Oof.
We are kind of all doing our own thing, so there's not like much to relate.
Well, usually I talk about like the upcoming expansion, things about this game I don't like and wish they changed, but I feel like I've talked about a lot of that. I've talked about butt sliders like a million times.
I'm interested.
I wish we had butt sliders.
So is this gonna be something like a chat show?
Yeah.
Got any questions to ask? That could make things easier.
I'll ultimately like what are you looking forward to in Shadowbringers?
Me personally, I'm looking forward to where they take the story of the first. Because I'm curious like how it got to the point it's been described. Because it's been described as being like taken over by light, and that can be a very interesting thing considering that up until this point, light has been called good.
Well, it has been hinted in this by other characters that if we continue fighting for the light, our world is going to get developed in light. So I guess it's an interesting question where did the first have its own warrior of light?
Like, there's extremes, because I believe there's 15
Trick
worlds.
attack.
Yeah,
Don't quote.
something like that.
Yeah, there's like 14 or 15 worlds. We are on what's known as
Gun.
I just had it.
Final Fantasy XIV, that's the world's name.
No, I think
No.
it's like 7. We're in the middle.
They're talking about cloudless in that
No.
world.
No, it's not. It's not pertaining to the actual other Final Fantasies. It's its own system.
Spear.
That too
Yeah.
convenient if you ask me.
You know, shitpost got a shitpost.
Our world is called the Source.
Yeah.
It's basically where the Crystal Tower starts. The Crystal Tower is basically from what I'm understanding, is it branches all the worlds together. The 11th world is where all the Void Scent come from. It's the world that was enveloped totally in darkness.
Trick attack.
The first is the world we're going to, and it's been enveloped completely in light.
Aren't the Assyrians from there?
The Assyrians are from what I understand, they're from outside the realms entirely.
Huh. Okay.
Because basically how it works is we are basically it all originated. Oh my god, this is gonna turn into like a deep lore talk, but
That's fine.
basically
Spoilers, but I'm interested.
it's not really talked about that much in game, but time started with Hydaelyn and Zodiark fighting, these two primordial beings, and basically in the war with Zodiark, Hydaelyn split herself into 15 shards because she was
Sounds
going to
emo,
lose.
But okay.
God damn it. But yeah, these 15 shards, the 11th I believe, got enveloped in darkness. It was the first world that fell and the crystal broke.
Well, do you know why? Like, why did she?
Because she was basically to protect herself from like completely losing. And like she beat Zodiark. Like Zodiark is actually the Asian god. You know, the god they always obsess over, and like the whole reason they're doing everything. That's their purpose, is bringing back Zodiark. Because in the fight, Heidelin won, but in doing so, she kind of split herself. It was kind of a cost. And this is actually poses an interesting question for the expansion after Shadowbringers. Are we going to the 11th? Like that would be an interesting concept. Like basically a Lightbringers going, which would be really interesting if we went to the world of the Void Send.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when they're done with like 14, like when it's no longer a profitable game, their last expansion is going to be us fighting like a reborn Zodiark. And in some weird meta way, we become Heidelin.
Huh.
Or we become a new Heidelin, I guess.
Where is this kind of information found? You said that the game doesn't exactly present much of this.
Well, it doesn't present, like, you have to, well, it's not presented in the main story much.
Oh, okay.
It's presented in side stories, and it's presented in, it's presented in just, you can find a bunch of lore on this. Like, a lot of it's implied, and a lot of it, like, you have to read between the lines to get it. And that's the main issue with because games are an amazing medium when you're trying to create compelling stories, but with the scope of an MMO, it becomes hard to keep your story straight.
Yeah. I died.
Rip.
Not alright. Yeah, we had some debate over whether or not auras are dragons or the Void Sent demons.
Okay.
Because apparently it doesn't say in the game, but the lore book, it says they're actually made from Void Sent.
I feel like that might be a theory, like, because like that might be a thing where like the developers wrote that in there as like the people like view that as a theory, because think about it, think about like you as a human. If you randomly saw an Aura in real life, like, would you believe that they came from dragons? Or would you believe that they came from these voids, which are much more prominent creatures?
Personally, I wouldn't know either way.
Exactly. Like I presume it's a theory written by the people of the world, and not the actual. Like, I don't believe it's completely true, but I also don't believe it's completely false either. It's almost like a rumor.
It's an evolving story.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Healer DC'd.
Right.
This is the luck I have.
Isn't this like the second to last dog you need?
Oh no.
Because I'm honestly surprised you didn't just move on and come back to it later.
Man, I was really debating to do so, but because I'm so close, it's like I just want to get it done and over with.
Well, I mean before that point, like when you were in like the 50s.
I don't know.
So the expansions do get grander in scope as they progress, right? Because I know that nothing of what you were saying has at all been present in the game that I've...
Well, that's because, you know, Realm Reborn kinda sucks. I mean, would you disagree with me, Frosty?
I mean,
Like,
considering I have no actual like subscribers who are gonna threaten to leave, I mean, it kind of does. No, AR, it's like a generic MMO.
like, oh, become a warrior of like, do this, that. Defeat Primal. Like, that's really
I think with
it.
Heaven's Word, they kind of focused more on like their niche and...
Exactly, like, that's... Heaven's Ward is widely considered to be the best expansion so far. Story-wise.
Yeah.
My main issue with Heaven's Ward is that from the Heaven's Ward main scenario going into the Stormblood main scenario. Really.
What was wrong with that?
It was just... Like, I know it was kind of short, but it was, like, they drug it out. Like, post-Dragon Song War and post-Dragon Song War. That, like, Dragon Song War should have literally just been part of the MSQ. Like, it should have been part of the main story. Like, I feel like at that point they were just kind of dragging it out. It was slow, it was tedious, drove you insane. I do think the Stormblood going into the new expansion, Shadowbringers, they did a lot better.
Oh, yeah. I think we were talking about that earlier, where it's like, I feel like Shadowbringers is definitely a lot more hyped and more... What was it? Like, we're clearly transitioning into Shadowbringers a lot more than the other two expansions.
Yeah, like, like, not to give any I'm gonna keep this vague, so people that have done it know what I'm talking about, and people who haven't don't.
Yeah.
The last cutscene with the Emperor. Like, with the fade to black moment in that.
I'm not gonna lie, it gave me the spoopies.
It literally gave me chills. That's the first time that, like, the story in this game has done that. Or anything in this game has done that. It's just given me the chills. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a different subject, I'm actually, like, really warming up to Marauder.
Oh, nice.
Like, I wasn't sure if I would like it because it's the first tank I've ever played, but considering I play a tank in basically every other game I play, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner. Granted, I normally play the more paladin role, but paladin just looks... To me, paladin in this game kind of looks boring.
Yeah.
Did you actually have any expectations for the Marauder?
Yes, I did. I expected it to be fun. I expected it to not play like a tank, and it really doesn't. It plays like a DPS.
Yeah, that's probably where Paladin seems kind of boring, because it's a tank. Like, you can argue Dark Knight Warrior play more like DPSs.
Yeah, I'm not really sure Dark Knight, but I also don't have experience with Dark Knight.
To me, Dark
I
Knight
do.
feels like a DPS.
Yeah, it sounds like a DPS, but
Really, the only move you have that makes it a tank is the Darkest Night. Or the Blackest Night.
in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil fight. Beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
God damn it.
God, I'm such a nerd.
Fucking nerd.
I mean, I can say the rest of them.
All she wants to do is cuddle, god damn it.
What?
Oh, they're talking about Moon Bitch.
In
The party chat.
Oh.
One of them is like, all she wants is to cuddle.
My god.
Oh no, wait, I think they're talking about cats and dogs. My bad. Yeah, that's how bored we are. Fucking healer DC. It's like, I just need 5 runs, please. Can you just give me 5 runs?
I mean, wait, did you say it's called the Blackest Night?
Is it not?
I'm asking because, you know, I have something that suits that way better than, you know, the Green Lantern.
Oh lord.
The blackest night falls from the skies. The darkness grows as all light dies. We crave your hearts and your demise. By my black hand, the dead shall rise. Screams edgelord, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm just nerding out over here.
I'm basically Googling that.
You're Googling what I just said.
Basically.
It's the Black Lantern Oath.
Right. So it's the DC Comics thing.
You got any more lore questions?
Ow.
You
I do not.
You do not? Do you have any more questions?
No, but I'm still trying to figure out where to find this lore.
Right.
Rather, like, I'm still trying to play the game until I get to the point where it becomes interesting.
You'll be there a while.
Yeah, I
Hey,
expect
another
that.
healer. I know
mean, there
there's
are two
books.
extra.
There's 2 actual books you can buy that they go through a lot of the lore.
Oh, I
I might look
haven't
into that.
I haven't read those.
I think
I
one
just-
of them you can't really buy because it was for FanFest.
Mm,
You can
well, you
find it
probably
online, maybe.
it's gonna cost you a lot more.
Yeah.
All I know is there are 2 expansions worth of stories that I will have to.
3.
Now it's going to be 3. Actually, also -1, or -1th of the 1.0 Final Fantasy 14, because there are a lot of references to that too.
Yeah, but they don't really talk a lot about what was going on before the Calamity.
Well, that is something I'm not sure. It's like 1.0, just like what happened before Bahamut kind of, destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Because I was over here, like, the way they implied it, I was thinking that it might be, that the 11th was where they came from. But, well, the 11th was, where the world were. It was kind of collapsed in darkness.
From what I understand, at least in the story from 1 to 2, was that it was just a time.
Yeah, the crystal threw us into the future so that we wouldn't die in the Calamity. And I really
Yeah.
liked the
Whole
idea. I liked how they did it. Because 1.0 sucked. No one liked it, so they redid 14. Hence, A Realm Reborn. And then...
It's the Calamity.
Yeah, so in the
Trick
game
attack.
they rewrote the lore to say like, oh yeah. I think
Everything that you had
that
before
was
is
a really
gone.
cool, like there's an in-game lore reason behind
Spear.
like the difference between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm
It's nice how
guessing
they actually
That's why.
bridged it.
That's why. We're like, although they're called the Warriors of Light because that's us.
Hey, Seaman. Oh,
What?
sorry. Crap, I thought I heard Seaman.
Gun.
And then there's actual players, like if you subscribed before AR came out and you're subscribed after, you get a fancy tattoo and a lifetime membership. And then I've heard like there's some NPCs that will actually call you out as being around before the Calamity.
I've also heard that at basically the end of the storyline, also,
Trick
I don't know
attack.
if it's the end, but there's a point where it's kind of the game kind of almost thanks you for playing the previous version. Not directly, I guess. It's kind of a lore-based thing. But something that seems, I don't know if it's actually different, or it actually creates a different story for those.
I think for the most part it doesn't matter. Because I think how people treat us is like, I think you're the warrior, I think you were there, but I don't know.
It might be something about you were just chosen now at this point. Those other guys, they were chosen before, but you were chosen now.
Yeah. And then, but if you actually played before the Calamity, they're straight up like, yeah, you're the same person, which is kind of cool.
I'm looking and I don't see any instances of that. This happening.
What?
The whole like NPCs coming up and like, holy shit! Like, you're the Warriors of Light.
Well, that's what I've heard. Is that I don't remember what dialogue or who. It's just some dialogue is different. See, I did it twice. Woot woot. Okay, so my little Aether Flow trick's actually a lot easier.
I'm guessing if people haven't recorded the full dialogue
Chain
changes now,
stratagem.
it would actually be very, very hard to do so.
Yeah.
Because now it's been like many years since then. Any player who's still playing has probably not been playing since then.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's multiple screenshots of what all the NPCs players say now, because new players are constantly playing and screenshotting and blah blah blah. But to find one of their posts about the differences, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking and I can't find it.
Trick attack.
I'm seeing forum posts that are saying that it did happen, that there were changes. But also forum posts saying that you can't find them else anywhere.
I'm starting to bet, like, what are they even called again?
In fact, it's almost like a calamity happened.
Gun.
Everybody forgot.
No, it's almost like they didn't even post the difference. The difference between what they saw and what we saw. It's almost like they're just like, oh yeah, like we're just basing off of like that's what they told us. But there's no post. There's no proof. You know.
There was a YouTuber I was watching that described this as well. I think it was called The Speaker's Net.
Trick attack.
Oh, I think they're called legacy players. It's like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Is like a legacy player was just like, oh yeah, I saw my friend, a new player, play, and I've noticed some differences in the NPC talk, and then that was it. There's no screen posts about the differences. It was just hearsay.
I found it.
Oh, you actually found one? Holy shit!
Bans.
I haven't. Well, basically, it's not from A Realm Reborn, but it's from Heavensward. Do you remember Dust's Vigil?
Yeah.
Spear.
A character from Dust's Vigil was actually a 1.0 NPC.
Chain
and
stratagem.
He recognizes you.
Holy shit. Ooh, I almost got murdered. So what does the NPC actually say?
Trick attack.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Tank buster.
It's the second boss of Dust's Vigil. It never actually says that you're... Wait.
Okay, so...
But basically what happens is, instead of the regular boss theme playing for it, it plays a theme
Spear.
from 1.0. Apparently.
No. No, what are you doing? Don't put it in the white, you goofball.
Trick attack.
There you go, bards. People wonder why I don't like bards.
Aww.
Well, I must go.
Aw, alright.
Okay, have fun.
Bye.
Oh.
Y'all are dumb.
But I'm not as interesting as him. I can't provide conversation.
You're more interesting than just me by myself.
You can talk to yourself at least.
True.
Now you can't because somebody's listening.
I'm gonna die. I honestly don't know what to say anymore. I don't know.
Itch. Right. Center. Right. Trick attack.
If I lay here... Oh my god, I got a res.
Back to grinding these mission story quests.
So, I guess
Mhm.
if you're not looking, if there's not really anything you're looking forward to, is there
Itch.
anything about what you've seen so
Right.
far that you don't like?
What I'm hoping for is possible cores in the performance option. The ability to actually play music from a
Left.
file, like ABC file.
Playing.
I have not actually seen anything.
Tank Buster.
Sorry.
I said, oh, playing 2 notes at the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be-
Or hell, even 3.
Whoa. How would you be
Center.
able to play 3 at a time?
I don't know. It's a technical marvel. You require like 5 hands.
Right.
But I actually don't know anything about Shadowbringers. I've only started playing like 5 days ago.
No. Oh, I died before I could res someone. Bah, 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 bah.
All I know is I may be turning level 30 today, and I might actually finally get
Yes.
an instrument
Nice.
if I don't fall asleep before then.
Oh.
Right now I'm at level 28 on the Cactuar server. Still waiting for you guys.
Yep.
Left.
1,000 mobs, mods of Total Rack available. 1,000 mods of Total Rack.
Tank Buster.
No, this is not gonna go down.
Center.
Okay, center. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Right.
This is supposed to be a farming party.
Oh, look, everyone's dead.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I'm actually the only watcher on your stream. You see that number 1 over there? That's me. Oh, look, you're dead too.
Well, welcome to my stream.
Oh, was that a victory?
No, we wiped.
Oh, okay. You just start all over from the beginning.
Yup. We were so close. It was sloppy.
So, what happens if you do 99 of these?
I go to a vendor, basically like where I buy the weapon, and then I get a whistle.
Congratulations, you have killed the god of this realm 99 times. You are the most powerful being I have ever seen. Here, have this whistle.
Yeah, there it is. 94. Yay.
It will protect you in case somebody gets very aggressive with you.
So where are you on the MSQ? Because you said you're level 28.
I'm currently doing a level 24 quest, dungeon quest.
Nah.
Go ahead. This is the Gridania quest line, of course, and I have no idea at what point this is it. It's just the quest itself is called Into the Beast's Maw. I'm going to enter a jail.
Ah, yeah, so you haven't really seen any of the story to...
Absolutely not. Everything seems very boring. The quest I actually just did previously to this in the story, it was for some reason it was long, arduous, leading up to seemingly attacking a person that was part of the town watch. Well, I actually still have no idea what his importance was.
I think they did that a lot in A Realm Reborn. It's like a lot of red
Kind of
herrings.
padding the story up. Yeah.
It's so that it's that like in future expansions, you can always like bring someone back and write the story a whole other new direction. Oh, you see this Dark Knight?
Yes. Not very dark.
Cute ass glam though.
Looks a bit too optimistic to be a Dark Knight.
Nah, it's blood red. It's edgy.
That's a very pink blood red. How much milk does he drink?
Uh.
I'm talking about the scarf, not the weapon.
Oh. Yeah. Well, the armor, of course, looks darker. That looks kind of cool. You can say she's very horny. I'll see myself out. Guardian. Gordian.
Sure.
Oh yeah, isn't that Heaven's Ward stuff?
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about the person that you're right next to. Remy D.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Dark Knight. The...
I didn't know what a Dark Knight was.
Oh, the one...
So yeah, now that you're actually selected it, yeah, that does look very emo-esque. Emo as all hell.
Now I understand why you said like... But she's wearing pink. Oh, because you're talking about the warrior.
Oh, that's a warrior.
Yeah.
That makes sense. She has an axe.
Yeah, I was looking at the Dark Knight's plan. That looks kind of cool. You got the, panties and the fishnets under the armor. Nice, nice. Classic Frosty glam right there.
Oh, that was a panty shot.
Gotta have them panty shots. I don't know what we're waiting on.
Somebody to shout Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, look. Oh my god.
The stalemate right there.
Nope. I think I see someone about to DC the red mage. Red mage, why? Why are you DCing? No, come back. Yep. Yep, someone's DCing. God damn it. This is why it's taken me... God, when did Moon Bitch come out? Tsukuyomi. When did Tsukuyomi come out? Oh. Well, this party's gonna disband. Oh my god! No! I just need 5 more.
Electreon. Just found a very huge elite mark. Oh, great. I'm in a dungeon.
Alright, I'm gonna Google when Tsukuyomi came out. Because I am very curious on actually when I've been trying to get the dog. See, updated. Oh no, it was it's been updated up to 4.3. That's not very helpful. June? I think it came out in June.
That's almost a year.
Oh my god, yeah, it's almost been a year. I've been farming this bitch for a year. Oh my god.
That is some dedication. I mean, 99 times trying to kill a single boss can get very boring. What does this whistle do anyway?
It summons your mount.
Which mount?
It's a dog mount.
Just a dog?
Yeah. But it's a special cool dog. Oh my god, we actually are party disband. I hate you guys. Ooh, there is a new party though. It's a clear party though. Should I do it? What does that mean? Minimum mind level? Yeah, that makes sense. I'll do this one. Better not be a trap. Holy fucking hasters, Batman.
Oh, what are we waiting for? Our tank just decided to stop and play. Why would there be flavor text in the dungeon? Forces me to stop and raid and waste people's time.
Right. Hey, now we got a full party. Ugh, we're already at 4. We've been streaming for 45 minutes. And I haven't gotten a single totem. Oh, that fucking sucks.
Boo!
Ah! Well, welcome
Thank you.
to a very boring episode of Frosty Dies a Lot. I mean, what?
I gotta start earning some money. I've got like $500.
It's $500 more than I have. Or do you mean Gil?
Gil, yeah. Gil, dollars, it's all the same, but I've got nothing anyway.
But I've been streaming for like 45 minutes, these Tsukuyomi runs, and I have yet to got a totem.
Oh, really?
It's been Wipe City for... Ugh. Why does this
I'll
game
come
hate
watch
me?
one day, yeah.
I think one person's actually watching my stream, and he's in the voice call with us, so...
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
I don't have a lot of viewers and subscribers yet.
I don't really watch a lot of streams. Like, I much prefer to play, but on occasion I will watch something.
Yeah, that's why I try to have, like, throw some informational stuff or discussions. I wonder what we're waiting for. Can we go? Can we go? So, is there anything in the lore that you don't like? Is there anything coming up in Shadowbringers that you're hoping, Miss Lane?
I've not actually paid too much attention to what's coming, what's not. I'd much rather wait for it to actually hit and then be like surprised or pissed off. Yeah.
Well, like I said, is there anything that in the story you've seen so far that you don't like or like?
No, not really.
Alright.
Like I said, I've literally been avoiding it like the plague.
What, the story?
No, the whole any spoilers or anything coming up. But then again, I've not actually paid any attention to the story yet thus far. So.
I get what you're saying. You're not paying attention to the story, and you're trying to avoid spoilers.
Pretty
So
much.
you don't care and do care.
Well, it's not that I don't and do care. It's just like I don't want to be like getting all this misinformation, because you know how there's always that contradicting information, like, oh, this will be coming, this will be there, and then it actually drops and it's like completely different. You've built up this whole oh my god, yes, this is going to be so cool, you know, and then you finally get it and it's like, well, no, that sucks. I'd much rather wait for it to drop and then be like, oh yeah, cool, this is how it's,
I did that with Blue Mage, and well, that's the whole thing with the Dancer. Like, everyone thought it was gonna be a healer, but it was like, no, it's a DPS, and if you think about it, it makes sense.
That's my exact point there, yeah,
So
because
like,
I heard that the Dancer was a healer, and I was so looking forward to it, and then it turns out that it's not. It's like, well, that just pisses me off, you know. So I guess, yeah, in a way, there is that.
Well, I watched a video based on like FF11's Dancer.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he was surprised on it. Why he was like, why did everyone think Dancer made sense as a healer? You get like, you have 2 dances that heals, everything else is buffs, debuffs, and you damage. Like, he didn't understand why it didn't make sense as a healer.
Yeah, so I'll just wait for it all to drop, and then it's like, there's no disappointments, no being pissed off, unless it's like an actual stupid decision. It's just, yeah, this is what we're going to get, this is how it's going to drop, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like, I'd much rather have no expectations and just enjoy it, because they worked hard. Like I've said in my previous videos, like, these developers, they work so hard to make this game, and then we just come along and like shit on them. Like, oh, how dare you don't make male Vieira? Eureka sucks. And it's just like,
yeah, well, the worst critics of a game are the players.
Yeah.
It's always been the case. The people who hate the game the most are the ones that play it.
Because I think one of the developers with Blue Mage, I think you said like, had we 14-ized it, all the people who liked it at 11 would have gotten mad. It's like, so, it's like, yeah, people would be mad with Blue Mage no matter how it was implemented.
Yeah. I didn't like Blue Mage, like.
Because the idea is that they can't exactly balance Blue Mage immediately, right?
Yeah.
So they just kind of put in part of it.
Plus, it was something new to do. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
The concept of limited jobs was new and different.
I started it, but you know, I just couldn't be bothered going around looking for all the skills. Like, in my opinion, it would have been better if they had a set skills to give ya, and you earned it like the regular, but it was still like the limited how it is now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I like the limited jobs thing was fine. I think that's a cool idea, but because it's Blue Mage and how Blue Mage learns abilities in the lore, kinda.
Yeah.
And then of course the RNG, the one thing I'll always complain about. Anyone who's ever watched any of my videos would know how much I can't stand RNG.
Yeah, no, RNGesus hates me too.
Like, I want to see limited jobs with something like Beastmaster. You know what I mean? Something that's a more coherent hotbar, more coherent rotation than like. Because I feel like Blue Mage is just like literally everything under the sun. Which, if you like that, you like that.
It actually does make sense with how Blue Mage would be limited. It would otherwise be too powerful. Or not powerful enough. It's a very special thing.
Yeah, look at like, what's that one where it kills you?
The bomb.
Yeah, like that one-shots monsters and kills you. So it's either you can one-shot Tsukuyomi or Omega, or
but you die anyway.
Or you die. It's just like you did this, like you do, I don't know, 2k worth of damage, but you die, and that's just resource. That's just healer. Extra work for the healers.
I hate running low-level dungeons because I wish that you could like set it to auto-pass the rolls when you're running, say, like Brave Fox, and like there's nothing in there that you're actually gonna want.
Yeah, we've had that idea before, and someone else was like, yeah, but what happens if there is something you actually want from a lower dungeon, like for glam?
Well, I mean there's like an option you turn off and on before you go into it. An instance, like, I mean, surely there's lists out there with what instances drop what bits of gear.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, you should at least have some sort of idea of what instance you're going for that glam piece, you know. So you turn it on, and then if you're running, say, Brave Fox, and there's nothing in there that you want, and you turn it on, and then it just auto passes. Like, I don't know. I'm just in a bit of a bitchy mood today, picking at everything.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Gun.
At least it's not me on my soapbox bitching about every little thing.
Yeah. It's one of those days, I think.
One of those days. I want to break that.
Spear.
First one to complain leaves with a blood stain.
Yeah, what's that? I know that song.
Limp Biscuit.
That's right, yeah. That's Nookie, isn't it? Right.
No, it's Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
Break Stuff. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was Nookie the song was called, but yeah, Break
They do
Stuff.
have one called Nookie.
Mm,
I did it for the cookie, so you can take that
yeah.
cookie.
I love that song. I don't know, like, it's been so long since I've actually listened to Limp Bizkit, like.
Right. But that's the linchpin of the 90s music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was so many good bands in the 90s. Like,
I hear a lot of people say that the 90s destroyed music.
I don't know. I think like every generation has that about the generation before. You know what I mean? Like,
You mean the
I
generation
would have said
after?
the 20s kind of
or
destroyed.
generation after. Yeah,
Because
whatever.
I think today's music is terrible. The mumble rap and shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That has destroyed everything. But that's the thing, is the new style, of course, destroys the old style. It always has.
Oh god, I got half of the enemy moves. I keep wanting to put regen on the tank and it's not available.
Oof.
And I've only got like 1,200 health, you know. I feel like I've got next to nothing. Like, I'm close to 40k when I'm not in a level synced instance.
Oh, I'm not gonna make that. There's no way. Our DPS sucks. We didn't even kill the Spectre of Ashi. We didn't even kill the ad before the other ad came out. Oh, well, our suffering's at 100%. We're all dead. We're all gonna die. I think this was a terrible mistake. They're learning. Right? They're learning. I was in their shoes a year ago. Oh, they pulled. But I was
Chain
gonna get a
stratagem.
zip.
Gun.
This is how little I care. Okay.
Spear.
Sitting here hitting all my buttons with my mouse while I just take a sip of soda.
Yeah, I do that
Oh,
all the
well.
time.
We died. Why did you res me? Could've wiped. Oh. I died again. Ooh, I gotta make the husband some coffee in a minute though.
Oh, actually, coffee sounds really good right about now.
Supposedly he's gonna get me some cold coffee. Ooh.
Yuck.
Yuck!
Cold coffee is disgusting.
What?
Yeah.
What? Cold coffee is delicious.
I don't know why I don't like it. It's just wrong. Like,
Hot coffee is wrong. Satan's temperature.
hot coffee is the only way you can drink coffee. You can like I can only drink it like when it's like scalding hot and like it literally like taking anything more than the tiniest sip will burn the shit out of your mouth. You know.
Yeah, fuck all that. I mean, like,
That's the best stuff.
it's adult chocolate milk.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
What you're drinking is just hot, bitter bean tea. Nailed it.
Bean water, yeah, bitter bean water.
Yeah, it's just bitter bean
I
water.
love my bitter bean water.
I got milk, I got sugar, I got some
I have milk and
flavor.
sugar in my
I
coffee.
got like
Yeah.
caramel flavor. Oh, it's so.
Yeah, we got rock minerals and cow juice.
Well, since vanilla is a bean, isn't that a 3-bean soup?
Yeah, I guess
It
you
was
could
something
call it
else.
since
It
there's
was-
about
it was
3 beans in it.
What is it? Vanilla bean, your coffee bean. What was the third bean?
Cocoa?
Was it cocoa?
I don't know. I'm just guessing because that's the only bean I
Chocolate
can
vanilla
think of at
coffee
the
is a
minute.
3-bean soup.
Well, chocolate is made from cocoa, so I'd have to assume, yeah, that's what it is, but...
Chain stratagem.
Oh, why did I hit that button? There was no reason for me to hit that button. Oh, we're at 100 suffering anyway. We're all gonna die. I know I'm super optimistic.
Why does La Brea sound familiar?
La Brea is that one guy.
Sounds like it was probably also a reference to a different Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah, probably. No party's dissolving now. Let's see if there's an actual farm party. The answer is no. Man, there's a V2.
Stop interrupting me, you asshole!
He's so mean.
Not you. No, I tried to cast Cure 2 like 5 times and like I literally got interrupted every single time.
Alright, at this party disbands, I guess I'll just close my, or stop streaming and just be like... Oh, yep. Well, that's the episode, everyone. I mean, that's usually how my farms go.
Yeah.
An hour of just not clearing it. So now I have I have documentation of my luck on why it's taken me a goddamn year to fucking get her dog.
I haven't got any of the dogs yet, but like I said, I haven't really been trying. If I get one, great. If not, yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
That's the attitude I should have, actually, but I've been working on them to getting them for like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just let me have my dogs, let me have my birds, so I can move on with my life.
Oh, look, I'd love to have all the different mounts and stuff, but like I was saying earlier, RNGs hates me, and my luck
Same.
with RNG is so bad. It's probably worse than yours.
No, I get you. It's just like I said, I've been working on it for a year and a half.
Yeah.
If it was just like, you know, not a year pounding my head against the wall, I wouldn't be so frustrated about it.
Yeah.
But since I've dedicated more than a year to it, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, I would too, but
Because I thought it would be really cool to get the dog mounts before Shadowbringers comes out, but it's more and more looking like I'm not going to be able to get that done.
we're just gonna like. I mean, if you really want them before Shadowbringers, we need to do more often, more than just on raid nights. Like, obviously, get enough people together to try and do it of a regular
Yeah.
thing. Like, as I was saying before, those who can make it. Those who can't. Like, if you have to pug a few people, well, that's what you have to do. You know.
That's honestly what we're probably going to do after we transition to Kakadar.
Yeah.
I just got a couple.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, I was disturbing you guys.
No.
A weapon that was just KPLE, KPLE. That's the name. Couple.
Couple. Because, I mean, we got another member in Kakadar who has a bunch of 70s, and they probably would like to do some endgame content.
Even caveat.
I'll have
Yeah,
to
the
log in
caveat.
and say hello to them, like, because I haven't been in for a couple of days. Like, I've been too busy on this character, getting ready for Shadowbringers. Like.
Alright. So, looks like no new parties, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. I
There's a
love
second person.
you. I love you.